Yeship Akanak Kais Gayab Hogaya. Introduction. On a calm morning in the mid-20th century, a fully operational cargo ship set sail from a busy port, carrying crew, fuel, supplies, and a destination clearly marked on maritime logs. Weather reports were favorable, communication systems were functioning, and nothing suggested that this voyage would become one of the most unsettling maritime mysteries ever recorded. Yet, within days, the ship vanished without a trace. No distress call, no wreckage, no survivors, no confirmed explanation. This is the story of how a ship could suddenly disappear. Silently, completely, and seemingly impossibly. Maritime history is filled with disasters caused by storms, wars, human error, and mechanical failure. But some cases stand apart. They resist logic. They leave behind more questions than answers. This particular disappearance would go on to puzzle naval experts, oceanographers, historians, and conspiracy theorists alike. What happened to the ship? How could something so large simply vanish? And why, decades later, does the mystery remain unsolved? The ship and its final voyage. The vessel was not old or unreliable. It had passed inspections, undergone maintenance, and was captained by an experienced officer with decades at sea. The crew consisted of trained sailors, radio operators, engineers, deckhands, many of whom had sailed together before. The ship departed at dawn. Harbor records confirmed the time, fuel levels, cargo manifest, and intended route. Families waved goodbye. Dock workers unloaded the final supplies. The engines roared steadily as the ship faded toward the horizon. Its destination lay several hundred nautical miles away, across waters that were considered challenging but routine. Hundreds of ships traveled this route every year without incident. For the first day, everything appeared normal. The last known contact. Approximately 36 hours into the voyage, the ship made its final radio transmission. The message was brief, routine, and calm. There was no sign of panic or concern. The captain reported clear skies, steady progress, and no technical issues. Then silence. When the ship failed to report at its next scheduled check-in, authorities were not immediately alarmed. Delays were common. Weather interference, radio malfunctions, or scheduling changes often caused missed transmissions. But as hours turned into days, concern grew. The search begins. A formal search operation was launched. Naval vessels, aircraft, and merchant ships were diverted to scan the last known coordinates. Radio signals were broadcast repeatedly, calling for the missing ship to respond. There was no reply. Search crews expected to find at least something: floating debris, oil slicks, lifeboats, or wreckage. The ocean, even in tragedy, usually leaves clues. This time it did not. Days passed, then weeks. The search area expanded dramatically, covering thousands of square miles. Still nothing was found. No wreckage, no bodies, no cargo.
I'm so glad we could all be
together tonight. It was as if the ship had been erased. Official theories: 1. Severe weather. The first and most conventional explanation was extreme weather. Sudden storms can overwhelm even large ships. Rogue waves, massive walls of water rising without warning, have been known to capsize vessels. However, meteorological records showed no significant storms in the area at the time. Nearby ships reported manageable conditions. Satellite data, though limited in that era, did not indicate unusual activity. The weather theory failed to explain the complete absence of debris. 2. Structural failure. Another theory suggested catastrophic mechanical or structural failure. An explosion in the engine room, a hull breach, or cargo shift could cause rapid sinking. Yet even in such cases, ships leave evidence. Fuel floats, wood rises, cargo surfaces. None did. 3. A human error. Could the crew have made a fatal mistake? Navigational miscalculations, fatigue, or miscommunication have caused countless maritime disasters. But again, human error does not erase a ship from existence. The unsettling possibilities. As official explanations fell short, more unsettling ideas emerged. Sudden sinking phenomena. Some scientists proposed rare oceanographic events, underwater landslides, methane gas eruptions, or sink-like collapses in the seabed that could swallow a ship rapidly. Methane gas releases, in particular, have been theorized to reduce water density so dramatically that ships lose buoyancy and sink almost instantly. However, such events are difficult to prove and rarely documented. Magnetic anomalies. The region where the ship disappeared had long been associated with reports of compass malfunctions and navigational anomalies. Could a magnetic disturbance have disoriented the crew? Even if true, disorientation alone does not destroy a vessel. Classified records and missing files. Years later, researchers uncovered something strange. Portions of the ship's official records were missing or heavily redacted. Navigation logs, cargo details, radio transcripts. Why would such information be withheld? Some speculated military involvement. Others suggested the ship may have been carrying sensitive cargo. A few even believed authorities knew more than they admitted. But no conclusive evidence ever surfaced. Similar disappearances. The mystery deepened when historians noticed a pattern. Other ships had vanished in similar ways. Same region, similar conditions, identical lack of evidence. Different decades, different crews. Same outcome. Each case was treated individually. But together they painted a disturbing picture. Was this coincidence or something else? The families left behind. While experts debated theories, families lived with uncertainty. No bodies meant no funerals. No wreckage meant no closure. Legally, the crew was declared lost at sea. Emotionally, they remained missing. Spouses waited. Parents hoped. Children grew up wondering what really happened. For them, the mystery was not academic. It was personal. Modern technology, old mystery. Decades later, advances in sonar, satellite imaging, and deep-sea exploration renewed hope. Several expeditions attempted to locate the ship's remains. They found nothing. The seabed revealed wrecks from other eras, ancient vessels, even lost submarines. But not this ship. It was as if the ocean itself refused to give up the answer. Alternative explanations. As time passed, unconventional ideas gained popularity. Some suggested the ship encountered a secret military test. Others believed it crossed paths with an unidentified phenomenon. A few even claimed time distortion or dimensional anomalies. While such theories lack scientific proof, They persist because no solid explanation has replaced them. Mystery thrives where certainty fails. Why this case still matters. The disappearance of this ship is more than a historical curiosity. It challenges our understanding of the ocean. It exposes the limits of technology. It reminds us how little we truly control. Despite satellites orbiting Earth and maps covering every coastline, vast portions of the sea remain unexplored. The ocean keeps its secrets well. Conclusion. So, yes, ship Akanak Kai's Gayab Hogaya. The honest answer is simple. We don't know. No theory fully explains the silence. No evidence confirms a final moment. The ship sailed into history and then beyond it. Perhaps one day, technology will uncover the truth. Perhaps the wreck lies hidden beneath miles of sediment, waiting to be found. Or perhaps this disappearance will.